feel like I found the balance between my medicine and my faith. But if I stop either one, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned in to my Empire recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all my amazing videos. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos. And check out my other channel, which is Samore Love TV. That's where I have my love and hip hop, as well as some awesome makeup looks, as well as hair tutorials. Okay, so check it out. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and talk about this episode of Empire. I feel like it wasn't that exciting as previous episodes, but I feel like it's like the calm before the storm. Like, it had some good highlights, I'm not even gonna lie about that, but it wasn't my most favorite episode of all time or anything like that. So Cookie and her new promoter security boo, they are in the bed getting it on from dusk till dawn till freaking morning, come back again. They was just doing it like freaking bunny rabbits, honey. And she made sure she got her work done too, even though she was getting it on with her boo thing. She had Porsha come in, sign some paperwork, just as if nothing was happening. I'm like, Porsha, wow, you get to see everything. I mean, that's how it usually is. I mean, maybe not that far, but with assistants, they usually know the ins and outs and everything else and all the dirty little secrets. So once that happens, now we have a scene where Freida, she was rapping, and it's funny because last episode, I kept on calling her Frankie, but Frankie's her dad's name, Frankie Gatz, right? And her name is Freida, and I kept on calling her Frankie. Oh my gosh. But yeah, now I know her name. I got a piece of hair in my eye. Yeah, there we go. So now I know her name. Her name is Freida. So Freida's in the studio doing her thing, and Luscious is, of course, trying to help her out, and he's like, hold up. You know, and once again, you know how he tries to invoke the lion out of you, honey. He makes it come out. He makes you roar. So he had his little speech with her, and then all of a sudden she was in it. She was getting it in, busting them bars. Jamal, he wants Cookie to help him to fix his music and get it right. He feels like something's missing from it. And I'm like, funny how you was just disrespecting her when Mr. Luscious was in jail. You slammed the door in her face and everything else, and now all of a sudden you begging for mama to come and help you so you can make them hits. It's funny how people are. They know your number when they want something. So that's exactly what happened. He calls her for feedback, and she ends up going on a little dinner date with her son. They drink some wine. She takes him back to the Lyon dynasty, you know, her little her version of Empire, pretty much, her studio. She takes him back there and just kind of listens to his song a little bit and giving him some feedback. But lo and behold, Mr. Hakeem walks in. So you already know she got to hide him real quick, because him and Hakeem ain't in no good space right now. And Hakeem will get highly upset if he sees him there. So she tries to distract Hakeem real quick and just let Jamal kind of run out. Meanwhile, so we did learn that this guy, this promoter slash security guy, is definitely down with the bad guys. And you know what I had missed last season? I mean, I keep on saying last season, y'all. What I had missed last episode that I had mentioned was that I did not realize the reason why the whole back thing was so significant. And then looking back, I noticed that the other guys all had that same tattoo. I think his is the most faded, but all of them have that little bull thing going on. So that's why it was so significant. I think I actually, like, I don't know, I probably was doing something or looked away and I didn't see that part. So I had no idea why they kept on zooming in on it, but now it makes so much sense. So he is talking to the other bad guys and just telling them that he's going to do what he gotta do, and he's focused. And one of them was kind of, it seemed like he was a little pissed for the simple fact that he was getting the goodies from their enemy, pretty much. Somebody they trying to get money from. They're like, yo, you need to be focused. He's like, yo, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm like, Cookie, you need to open your eyes, girl, and see what's going on. Luscious is trying to work with like a major, I think he's like a producer or label owner, something like that. But he has plaques galore. Plaques on top of plaques, awards, all that on his wall, on his shelf or whatever. And he wants to work with him. But when he listens to Luscious' song that he did in jail, he's like, and he hears Freida as well. He's like, something's missing. You need to work on something in order to make this a hit. It's coming, but it's not there. You need to dig from deep within and let it out. Let whatever it is that you're hiding, that you have caged up, let it out. Let it roar, baby. You need to let the boy that's locked up out. Hakeem asks Tiana if she could help the new lead singer, Laura, you know, that little Hispanic girl that he likes, that he got a little crush on. Well, his mama's coming down on her because she's not making herself known. She's getting lost in the shadows, and other people are trying to come for her spot and just take over. So Cookie's pretty much like giving her the final warning, like, you're gonna have to do something with her or she's not gonna cut it. So he asked Tiana to help her and try to overcome, and just one thing that he said is that everybody that's got somewhere had to do something major or do something outlandish in order to get where they are. They had to step outside of their comfort zone. So what he ends up doing is having her go out to like the middle of Manhattan somewhere, stand up by a tree. I mean, just stand up on some little platform in the street and just try to command attention, get the attention from everybody that was around. And that's exactly what she did. She started singing, damn, now I'm forgetting the song now that I'm actually doing this, because I was actually singing the song in English while she was singing in Spanish. But so she started singing the song in Spanish, and just everybody had their phones out taking little videos and clapping for her and just all excited. So she really did a good job at that. And once that was done and she came down, she gave him a hug and they ended up kissing. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they real excited right now. Andre, he was in the studio. He's kind of reminiscing and having memories about how he almost tried to kill himself because his father asked him to do something with the deputy that he used to work with before in order to do like a little illegal stuff before, but he always had to sleep with her in order to get her to do anything for him. So he's reminiscing and just thinking about that, literally putting the gun to his head, and he's speaking to the Reverend, the one that helped him so much, and this is his method. First I thought the Reverend was there. I'm like, is he really there? Is Andre bugging? What is going on? Is he losing it right now again? I couldn't figure it out at first, but then I kind of got it. So the Reverend kind of just gives him a talk and says not to have sex with her, you know, the flesh of sin and all this stuff, and he just tells him that he needs to do what he has to do, and he's like, you know, what is it that I need to do? But then he kind of gets it. So when he goes to see the deputy, he uses blackmail. That was the way that he was able to get around having sex with her in order to get some injunction done. So, injunction lifted. So he just shows her a videotape of her and him having a good old grand old time, most likely in her office. And he says, I bet that, you know, pretty much her boss would like to see this and see how you're conducting business transactions, huh? Me and my wife, we get a kick out of this all the time. We love this. We love watching this. So, yeah, she looked like she was mortified, and I think that pretty much is going to get the job done. I think she's gonna do it. Oh, that damn Andre. Cookie and her new boo, they're thinking about doing like this summer jam thing. And she's like, you know what? I want to do one of those. But I don't want it to be on the bottom of nobody's flyer. I want my boys, I want my people to be on top. I want this to be all about them. So what she does is she talks with him and he looks up some different areas. And one of the areas, surprisingly, how surprising is this, that he comes up with is the area of where those same bad boys that kidnapped Hakeem that's like their territory. So he's like, we can do here. This is an amazing spot. It's open, it's free, but it's their territory. So we would have to talk to them, get the clearance from them, maybe hire them. I'm like, why is it like, girl, Cookie girl, open up your eyes. Why is it that he keeps on going back and talking about we need to hire these people? Why are we trying to hire people that kidnapped your son? I mean, to me, it just doesn't add up. I wouldn't even spit on them. Didn't I say this last episode? I probably did. Last recap that I did. I would not even spit on them. Like I wouldn't even grace them with my saliva. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just baffles me. Because they tortured the homeboy. They almost made him lose his career. He was so freaking traumatized. Oh boy, oh boy. So Hakeem, he sees it, like they had another scene where all of them were meeting, trying to get this business handle and how they gonna do it. And Hakeem walks in and he's like, wait, hold on. Ain't nobody telling me about this. What's going on? So he's like, yeah, you're in my chair. So they all start talking and it looks like it's official. They are going to be all working together. I really thought Hakeem was going to shut stuff down real quick, but he just let his presence be known. They was trying to pull out the gun. She was like, we don't do that. Nah. So they're all going to be working together. But after they leave, Hakeem, he kind of talks to his mom and he's like, yo, I know about you and him. And she's like, I'm good. I've been doing this for years. Before he was born, he's like, nah, but I don't trust him. So you need to be careful. And even though, you know, she's Miss Sassy, you can't tell her nothing. She seems like she kind of was taking all the things in and just kind of like, you know, he could be right. Maybe I should kind of slow it down a little bit. That's what I was kind of getting from her facial expression. Luscious and his partner, Mimi, the lady that, you know, Cookie was trying to partner up with and get some workings in and ended up pimping out Anika with. They're in the club, they talking business because they just made a good transaction, a good little sneaky deal with some guy that he done knocked out. Now they in the club and she done brought him some girls. She's like, look what I got for you. I got you a little present, partner. So it's like, what, 5 girls that was there. There's one that really is standing out. She got that Rihanna bad girl type of vibe thing going on. And he's just like, you know what, I want Miss Spring over there. So they end up going back to the room. 3 of them about to get on a threesome. Whoa, I was like, really? Okay. I'm like, ain't it funny how this is the same guy that was talking about he don't like gay people, but yet you about to do an act with a gay person. I don't understand. You know, whatever. We're not going to get into this because we got a long conversation about the whole, like, it's okay for one, but it's not okay for the other. So they all was getting hot and heavy. They was looking at each other. You could see a sparkle in their eyes and stuff like that. They was looking good, getting ready. He's all like, get his prowl on. Mr. Luscious Lyon. And Mimi was ready too. She got a quick phone call. Had to go talk to, I guess, the person she got back home or something. I don't know who it was. At first I was kind of thinking that maybe it was a setup type of thing because she was like, oh, I'm almost done. It's just going to be a little bit longer. But it could have been somebody she's in a relationship with. I'm not sure. So anyways, Luscious took the phone like, nah, you're going to leave her alone right now. She's trying to have fun. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, Luscious, taking control. All right, bro, get it. So then they go back to the room. Coming up on it. But then he notices that she has a pistol on her leg. True bad gal style. And he's just like, you know what, you go ahead and start first because I'm going to be a little while. I'm going to be a minute. I'll be back. So then he rushes to his little area and pulls out a gun. And all throughout the whole episode, they were showing different scenes of him with his mom as a child. And different scenes of him having bullets and things like that, hiding bullets and other things. So what eventually they show is that his mom had found the bullets that he had hid, and she was pretty much playing Russian roulette with herself. And I'm assuming that eventually she probably killed herself, and that's most likely the reason why he kept the gun. So once he like kind of does the little Russian roulette, you know, spin the little, I don't know what it's called, with the cartridge, the barrel, he spins that. I don't play with guns, y'all. I don't know. So once he does that spinning, he kind of, it seems like he got inspired. And you know, inspiration could come at any moment. That's why whenever I feel like I want to write something, like maybe poetry or something, I haven't wrote poetry in a little while, or spoken word or anything, I just kind of like start writing it down once it comes into my head. Because if you don't do it at that moment, or even ideas that I have for my other YouTube channel, you have to write it down at that moment, or you have to like kind of act on it right then and there while you're inspired, while you have that motivation. Because at times those ideas can just slip away and you'll be like, dang, and you can't even remember what it was that you had initially thought of. So he just jumps on that idea. Whatever he had in his mind, he jumped on it. He called up Freida, 4 o'clock in the morning. She's like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. He's like, it's all right, yo, I got it. I know exactly what it needs. Start spinning it. Bam. Music is made. It's created. Magic is done. Bang. We got it, boo. We got it. So they just ended up creating like an amazing song, and that was pretty much like the end of the episode. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen on the next one. It looks like it's gonna be juicy. I mean, they showed clips. I don't know if it's of the next one or if it's of the next few ones, like how they just do sometimes. Whatever, it's fine. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And shout out to all you guys that have been watching my videos. Shout out to Bianca Brookes. Be sure to check her out because she has amazing Empire videos. Also be sure to check out my YouTube cousins, Mr. MikeB and also ThaGhettoView. They both do recaps on this particular show as well. JenniferOwens, thanks for leaving a comment, okay? And I'll try to remember to do some shout outs here and there going forward. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.